Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as Collector75. Welcome back to another Transformers review. For this one I am doing a few figures. To be honest, I actually thought I'd already done, but I did look back through all my videos and I couldn't find them. So unless I added them on just to another video, I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd do the Generation 1 Autobot Sparker mini-bots and the Decepticon Firecons. But before I get to them, I just thought I'd do a little bit of what I've been buying lately. Just quickly, we'll start with the non-Transformers stuff, because it's always nice to see what people have been buying and whatever. I bought the latest in the series of the Horus Heresy books. I think this is book 5 at the moment. This is Fulgrim. I didn't think I'd like this one, to be honest, because I read the back of the little synopsis on the back. And I weren't overly keen, but it's actually one of the better ones that I've read so far. I'm really enjoying that one. I'm taking my time on that one. I haven't read proper books for a very long time, probably since I was at school, really. But I've forgotten just how good books are, to be honest. I mean, I read a lot of comics and stuff. It's not like I can't read or nothing. But anyway, yeah, but I also bought the next couple as well. I got Legion and Descent of Angels. I can't remember exactly which one's next, but it won't be hard to find out. But looking forward to those. What else have I bought? Well, that's what I've been, my non-Transformer stuff anyway. Right, I've also just been buying a few bits and bobs actually. Right, let's start with this first. This is Pretender Carnivac. I finally managed to get the armour pieces, which was pretty good. Cost me, I can't remember now, like 12 or 15 quid, I can't remember now, for the pair. Pretty good. At least I've finally now got a Carnivac that is complete. That is what I've been trying to do lately. One of the armour bits is a bit loose. I don't know exactly why. It just looks like that's the way it was made. A bit silly, really. Yeah, I've been trying to just complete a few figures actually. Also got this. This is a better shell for Pretender Starscream. I never realised just how miscoloured or discoloured my actual Pretender shell was for Starscream. It actually comes some better labels as well. I did get some labels from Repro Labels actually for this guy. I might try and get a better inner body for Starscream yet. Don't know. I haven't really decided. Depends how much they go for, because mine is really badly discoloured. Right, what next? We're going to go for this guy. This is Pretender Roadblock. I finally managed to get the little blue visor for him. I can't remember how much that cost me. Oh, I bought this with another body of this, so I've got a spare one of these. I think it was about 10 quid. What else did I get? I also got his dual laser. So I've now got a Roadblock that is complete. As usual though, because this little inner robot for Roadblock is gold plastic, I did put the little gun in his hand and it did shatter the hand into about 3 or 4 pieces, which I managed to super glue it back. And now with just a little bit of prodding, he will hold that gun a lot better. I did put the gun in his vehicle mode as well, and I don't know if you're going to see it. There's a little crack just right up there. That's pretty bad actually. So I don't think I'll be putting that in his vehicle mode. But still good. I just need some Repro labels for this guy now. Oh, yep, there we go. There's the gun falling out of his hand. Let's put him down there. And we'll move Roadblock out of the way. Then what else have we got? I bought this. This is a Vroom's small little gun. That cost me 10 quid from the Netherlands, I believe. I was bidding on one in England, but that went to like nearly just over £20, and I weren't prepared to pay that much for it, really. But then I saw this one in the Netherlands. No one bidded on it, and I was the first bidder, and I got it for a tenner. And that was including the postage, really. So that is actually pretty good. All I need now for Vroom is this small spare wheel that goes on his sidecar. I'm having no luck trying to find one of those. Maybe someone out there can help me. Who knows? You know, do a deal or something. If anyone knows where I can get one. Right, what else have I been doing lately? I managed to tighten up the joints on this, well, pretty much. This is, of course, a knockoff. Is it clamp down or deep cover? I can't remember. I think it's deep cover. This is and I was going to do this into a G2 side swipe. I've tightened up all the joints now, so all I need to do now is do a little bit of painting and a bit of customising. So hopefully he won't take too long. We'll put him aside. What else did I buy? I bought a knockoff. Let's have a look. Got a little box here. CHMS. I can't think of his name. Counterpunch. I wasn't going to buy, I don't always agree with knockoffs, especially when they're like this one, to be honest. I only got this because it was cheap, and I know that's no excuse, but I did want the figure, and I weren't going to pay how much it goes for, which is a bit silly really. I always find it a bit annoying that some of the exclusive figures are usually ones that people really do want, and if they actually may put them out in the shops, they'd probably sell by the bucket load, but hey ho. Anyway, yeah, so I bought that one. I've done a little touch-up things. I put some little yellow dots on the screws because obviously his legs are supposed to be like ambidextrous. You can have them both way rounds, but this one has all the screws, so I just covered them up. Didn't come with the rub signs, so I just put some like just white Autobot logos on him there. Right, so we're going to move on. So this is taking a lot longer than I actually thought. Actually, that's the box. Pretty good box. Doesn't come with a bio or nothing, but it does now come with CHMS on the box because the original didn't. So at least you'll know a knockoff when you see it. Right, what else did I buy? Well, I haven't actually bought anything, but this is, I actually sold my Universe Cyclonus, and this is the double pack that you could get with Hot Rod. I put him in that box because I sold the figure. With Nightstick, I gave him to my Generations Scourge, which is a great figure actually. I want to get the repro labels for this guy, but I think they're just a bit expensive. I think they're about $15 or something, but you get enough for 4 figures. That winds me up a little bit because most people generally haven't bought 4 figures of this. And I understand why, because obviously, you know, you can just have loads of clones of him like he was in the old cartoons and everything. But I think they would have sold a lot more if they'd have just made it for 1 figure with just a load of extra numbers maybe, so you could do them up. Anyway, maybe someone out there's got bought a sheet and is willing to sell me just some stickers just for this guy. Anyway, but again, let me know if you are. Anyway, but what I did was I took the Nightstick from this and I swapped the barrels over with this guy in here, as you can see. There he is. I swapped the barrels over, so now he has the silver barrel with the black body, because if you look at the original Targetmasters, this is how it sort of was. He's supposed to have a chromed upper body, but what I've been doing, I've been getting some labels. There we go, he's hiding under him there. This is my Bombshell Classics one for the Fans Project Bombshell. The actual sticker sheet is like a chromed metalized paper, whatever you want to call it. And it actually works pretty well at chroming up your figure. So if you just need a little bit, obviously I put a bit on the arms and I put a little bit on his head there. But it works really, really well actually. It's a good little sheet if you can get it. I'd like to get just a plain sheet. That'd be bloody handy, that would. I was going to try and do some more bits somewhere, but it's a bit time consuming and a bit finicky. But yeah, but that's it really of what I've been buying. I love that Scourge figure actually. Great little figure. Didn't think I was going to like it, but I really did in the end. And I think that looks great in that package actually. It sort of matches the artwork for him as well. That's pretty good. Right, anyway, that took a lot longer than I actually thought it would. So let's get on to a review of these guys. These are of course the Sparkler mini box, and these were, I think these were 1987 figures. I still remember these when I saw them in the comics, and I thought, wow, they're pretty good. Just a shame they didn't do more to them, because it's a good little gimmick. I suppose because they were cheap, just poorly executed really, which is a shame. Anyway, we're going to start here. We're going to start with probably the, I don't know if it's the better of the couple. I believe this guy is Sizzle. He did get some of these guys did get a Generation 2 release in Europe, with all translucent parts and everything. I think I've got all them now. I can't remember now. So he's obviously some sort of like black, sort of hot roddy type sort of car. It's very simplistic toy. You know, it's not going to really like put that down. No one's going to think, oh my god, look at that, it's a Matchbox car or nothing. It's just a simple car. No real lot of details. It's got a nice chromed engine on the top. The gimmick on mine, on any of these figures, doesn't work. It does come with a little rubber wheel, so what you do is you put it on the ground and you would have gone like that. You can sort of hear the motor going there. It's one of these friction motors. And then sparks would have shot out the back, because he's supposed to, or his bio says that they all have engines that produce a lot of heat and stuff like that. So his exhaust is usually flames and everything like that. The sparks used to come out to about it. It was alright, but you know, obviously I liked it, because these are all from when I was a kid, all these figures. And they don't work no more, so I must have had fun doing that. Right, so anyway, to transform these guys, you've got very simple transformations. We're just going to pull the legs out, flip up the bonnet, or the hood as for America, and we're just going to turn him over. And that is Sizzle in robot mode. I put the Autobot logo on him there in robot mode. His arms do move, but that is about as much articulation as you're going to get. The legs are just a massive solid piece to accommodate the gimmick. He has the tiniest little upper thigh legs, whatever you want to call them. But saying that, he's okay. He did a feature in the comics for a little bit. I think he only had about 10 or so issues he was in them for. And actually, probably, sure he was in one of my favourite storylines, which was City of the Dead. That was one of my faves. Right, so we're going to move on to the next one. This is Fizzle. Oh, I do love the names of these, Sizzle, Fizzle and Guzzle. Some great names those as well. He is a dune buggy of some sort. Again, not too many details on him. He's got some little stickers out. I might try and retro labels him, if they do them. I don't even know if they do labels for these guys. He's alright, all the wheels moves and everything, and again, it's got the gimmick under there. It doesn't really work, unfortunately. But to transform him, same transformation again. There you go, just pull them out and then flip the little front section back. And there is Fizzle in robot mode. Again, no articulation apart from the arms will move. And that's it. Not a bad little head sculpt, it's better than usual, if I'm honest with you. But there we go, that's Fizzle. I'm going to put him over there. And then we're going to move on to Guzzle. Guzzle was probably one of my favourites because he is a tank former, along with helicopter formers, probably two of my favourite styles of transformer. He was alright. I'd like to say he's got a moving turret, which is pretty cool because a lot of tanks these days don't bother having moving turrets, which can be a bloody annoying. And that's it. He does have this same gimmick as well, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Unfortunately, the flint's obviously rubbed down. Shame they never picked out the tracks or anything like that. Would have been good. Anyway, same transformation again. Pull that up, and well, to be honest, that's it for this guy. That is probably one of the worst transformations you've ever seen. Still there we go. He does have moving arms and everything like that, and he's alright. I mean, I had a lot of fun with him when I was a kid, so I can't really complain too much. I've always said it, you might get a shit figure these days, ones that comes out in the shops now. But if they tried producing this these days, oh my god, I don't think anybody would buy it. So even the worst figures these days, if they'd have been produced back then, we'd have thought, wow, fucking hell. Right, so anyway, so that's Guzzle. Put him over there. And let's move on to the 3 Decepticon Firecons. I loved these guys when I was a kid. I don't care how bad they are in robot mode. I loved them. I always just displayed them usually in this mode. I think they were really good. A really good concept. Bloody good if they could have just done them better now or something like that. I know this guy got a generation, no, not a generation, a Botcon, sorry, a recolor from Beast Wars Megatron. But it'd be great if they were to do something with these guys now, because I really do like the robot, the alt modes. I think they look like obviously some sort of monsters and stuff like that. He's obviously represents some sort of weird dinosaur, but they're really good. Right, so we're going to move on to this guy. This is Sparkstalker. They did appear in a couple of the issues of the UK comic and right at the end of the last issues of the G1 comic. Well, actually, no, you got a mention, actually, I won't say he appeared. Right, so anyway, he's obviously some sort of fire monster. He's some sort of insect, as you can see by his little arms there and his little weird wings. And his little strange little head. Now then, what you're supposed to do, he's got the little wheel under there. And what you're supposed to do is you tip the head back, rotate the arms upwards, and then get the legs out of the way like that. And then you put him on the floor like that, and then just push him along. And then he would breathe fire out of his head, which was a cool gimmick, if a little silly. Because why would he do that in real life? You know, it was better in the comics where they just breathed fire and everything. So I never display him in that mode, and I don't think I actually ever used that as a kid, but I must have done something because all the motors now don't work. I think I tried putting one of them in water to see if it would do it underwater. Don't ask me why, I'm sure that's what I did, and it didn't work after that. I think that might be that fellow, I can't remember. Anyway, so that's Sparkstalker. Let me transform him, actually, I almost forgot about that. His transformation is pretty damn dire. Actually, no, it's not the transformation. It's actually, I don't need to explain it because you can see exactly what I'm doing. Just straighten out the legs and then rotate these arms back. And that is it. It is pretty bad because the arms just do not move. You're not going to get no articulation anywhere. The legs are a bit silly, they're a bit blocky. It's got an animal leg on one side and a robot sort of featured leg on the other side. But that is it. That is terrible. That is bad. It's a bad robot mode. A bad robot mode. 1 second. Sorry about that. They're just doing some building work next door, which can be a bit annoying. Right, we're going to move on to this guy. This is Flame Feather. I think this is the first Firecon I bought when I was a kid. I think they were reasonably priced. I think they were around like $1.99 or $2.99 or something like that. But he's obviously some sort of bird monster. Again, has the same feature if you put him up like that. Put his arms out and he'll roll across the floor because he comes with an extra little wheel just there. And, you know, you can breathe fire and everything. Doesn't work on my one. Right, so, anyway, we're going to transform this guy. Well, same transformation again. They're all same transformation for these guys. Put that like that. Though I did love the tech specs for these guys. I thought that some of them had some good mottos, actually, especially that fella, one of my favourites. Right, so that is Flame Feather in robot mode. Again, that is a bad robot. Oh, I know, it is terrible. Someone did ask me, actually, on one of my other reviews, review your worst Transformer. These three qualify, unfortunately, just for the robot mode. I don't know what happened here. I think I've tried filing down this fella's knee. This is Cinderasaur, of course. Another great name. I love that name. And he's just a monster, basically. Some sort of dinosaur monster. These two can fly. This guy obviously can't. This guy didn't get a release in Generation 2. It was just the other two figures. I don't know why. Why they only chose a couple of the figures. I don't know. But for me, this is my favourite. And I think he was the leader of the Firecons. Right, so we're going to rotate that up, straighten out the legs, move these to one side, and there we have it. That is Cinderasaur in robot mode. And again, look, there's nothing good to say about this robot mode. I mean, what executive at bloody Hasbro saw that and thought, that's damn matter. I know we know it's cheap, but you know, let's just put it out anyway. Kids will buy it. And I wonder why the bloody line started to decline anyway. So there we go. Oh, now, move the camera. That is the Autobot Sparkler mini-bots and the Decepticon Firecons. 6 strange G1 figures, actually. Probably do sum up a lot of G1. The good and the bad points. Good, cheap, easily playable figures. Bad, really bad robot modes for these guys, and just very simplistic transformations. Anyway, right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. This video went on far too long as from what I actually thought it was. It was only about 6 minutes. It's probably turned into about 16 minutes. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.